Oh, phone just beeped. I think I got to fucking.
Fuck it. We'll do
Facebook
it
this
live.
one live.
Doing it fucking live.
Oh, Nelly. There goes my belly.
Oh, hon, I'm hot tonight.
Hee-ho jelly.
I want to go to an old Jewish deli in New York.
Well, you
I wanna
better
visit.
hurry up. You ain't getting any younger.
I won't. I don't want to. Like, I'm not going to physically go there.
Yeah,
But I want to.
I want a decent deli down here. The only thing I got really down here is Kroger's. And when I ask for pastrami, they say they ask if I want beef or turkey. And I'm like, there's no such fucking thing as turkey pastrami.
Right?
Right.
What kind of fucked up shit is that?
Right.
But I'm a hipster, Mystic. Yeah, right. Fuck
I
you.
don't know.
Wow.
I'd be that guy. Be like, turkey pastrami? Sure, load me up.
Yeah.
Just for
Oh,
I'm gonna go
anyway.
fuck your mom.
Turkey pastrami. Are you? What are we doing here? Are you
Yeah,
coming
we're
back?
for live, you
Excitement?
some bitch. Look at.
I got a whole intro I spent fucking
Yeah.
14
You
minutes
can't
on.
walk away during the intro. We're the fuck. Some people's children.
It's his phone, man. It's going to his head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right? The guy at a call.
It's funny you say that. I actually left to get my phone charger because I was gonna die.
Yeah, did you see that shit? Oh, I'm getting a call. Look at this. Look at my cool phone. Maybe I'll unfold it a little.
Dude, I just went to get my phone charged so I can watch the show as we fucking do it. You could have done goddamn intro. I walk away all the time. Put this shit on me because you didn't fucking plan correctly.
You didn't plan for Teddy to walk away. Fucking piece
All
of
right.
shit.
Anyway,
Yeah, right? Why didn't you get the memo?
Teddy to walk away.
That's why did I get the memo?
Tonight on the Red Eye Report, we discuss prodigies. We fling proverbial shit at wide-eyed onlookers. And as usual, we make all the bitches wet. With me this week is the fluffy teddy bear. Teddy just stole a new phone, so fuck the world. Get it? Because
Really?
you're black. Stole it? Anyway.
I got it. Everybody gets it, you racist motherfuckers.
Next to him is the all-seeing Oracle. A lot of people don't know this, but Oracle is a cow-milking prodigy. He could pull more tit per hour than George Clooney in the 90s. But
Oh!
George
we've also
Clooney,
got a
I've heard that name.
soot-covered ashtray. The closest thing he's ever come to anything prodigy is listening to Smack My Bitch Up while getting a blowjob in a 92 Corolla. Last and least, I'm the Mystic.
And that was from a guy.
I was diagnosed at an early age with a disease called Schlegbug. It's an autoimmune disease. It's an autoimmune disease that makes the host smack the shit out of anyone that thinks an American flag looks good on a piece of clothing. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you? You get mad at hippies for burning the flag, but you'll strap one on your junk in the name of America. What does this have to do with prodigies? Nothing. I'm just old and pissed off like Lewis Black, and this is the Red Eye Report. Tonight we're talking about
Damn, prodigies.
Child motherfuckers.
Child fuckers?
Child
Ooh,
fuckers.
terrible.
All right.
I'm going to do this like J-Rock. No, not child fuckers. Child motherfuckers.
Oh, okay.
Motherfuckers. Anyway, so let's talk about a little Mozart. You guys ever seen the movie Amadeus?
Yes.
You know,
Have
I actually
you?
have never seen that
It's
yet.
a good movie.
I've never seen it, no.
Good movie. It's a good movie.
Didn't it get like a Best Picture of the Year or something?
So,
Yeah, it won like 2 Oscars. I think it was Best Costume and Best Picture.
Boy, wow, it's odd. It got Best Picture, but only one other. It's a shame. Just not good enough.
Really? All right.
I wanted to derail you somehow.
What are you even talking about? Anyway, Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, that movie was based on. He was a child prodigy, probably one of the most famous ones. At the age of 4, he was performing harpsichord sonatas for queens and kings of Europe. So like the German fucking royalty and shit. He was composing simple music at 5. When he was 7 years old, the Mozart family went on the first of several tours to demonstrate the prodigious musical abilities of the young Marvel and his elder sister, Maria Anna, who nobody's ever heard of, so she wasn't a fucking prodigy. You know what? Actually, let's start this out by defining what a prodigy is, okay?
Yeah, that's a good
They
question.
say a prodigy is a child who presents a skill in a certain thing without being trained and is better at it than adults. Which can mean a lot of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like certain kids come out, they could be video game, but like what defines what a prodigy really is?
It's
like,
one
are
of
we
those
just throwing
loose
labels
terms.
on fucking yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
we are
throwing fucking labels around? Like, I get that this kid was smart.
No, they're not just throwing labels around. At a time where kids didn't survive to be past the age of 12. I mean, this 5-year-old or 4-year-old is composing music and playing a harpsichord. I mean, that's.
Yeah, I think Mozart was pretty good. I don't know what he's doing in this picture. He's just grabbing somebody's titty or something, or what?
Asshole.
Yeah, he's grabbing titty like Oracle used to. But anyway, no, like, I guess, is it nurture versus nature? Like, is it that the kid was smart when he was born, or was it that he that's all he did?
Was both.
Do you get what I mean? Like,
I get
a lot of people are like, "Oh, this guy's a chess prodigy." Well, back in the fucking 60s and 50s and shit, Russia used to just breed kids to play chess. You know what I'm saying? Like, how were these just highly intelligent
to piss off
kids?
the West? Or why?
Well, just to fucking they made a lot of money off of that shit, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A lot of money in the
betting
chess game?
on chess, and oh my god, yeah. Like fucking back in the day, man, that shit was big business for Russia and Europe. Americans were kind of like we didn't get into that chess game, you know, until late.
Dumb fucking jocks. You and your soccer.
We're like, fucking baseball, pussies, chess is the real game. Anyway, so that being said, he was, I don't even know what the fuck this shit is. You know what? Fuck Amadeus. We're gonna move on.
Yeah.
So I guess here's one that I want to. Here's one that I want to propose to Oracle, and maybe you can get Carolyn in on this. Even there's a woman named Sor Juana Inés de la Cruz. Have you ever heard that name?
I feel like I've heard of De La Cruz, but I don't fucking know.
Okay, so she was a poet, basically. She produced poems, plays, and philosophical tracks.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, how do you quantify that as a product? Like, that's what I'm trying to get at with this question. Where do we stop with this? Is someone a present decorating, a present wrapping prodigy? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what? Right, like how can you quantify the poem is better? How could that poem beat another person?
There was some little kid who's been crocheting like things lately with COVID. It was like, he's a prodigy. He's only like 8 years old, and he's raised all this money for his nonprofits. It's like, at crocheting.
I feel like this topic is because Mistic has 3 daughters who are prodigies. Prodigies is something he can't make money off of.
Yeah,
he's trying to redo the definition. What is going on here, people? What is really going on?
Right. Why have my children let me down?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think for the music one, I actually listened to an interview with this guy who was considered to be like a modern day. Like he lived to like the age of 80, but it was like an interview on NPR about how he was like a prodigy. And basically what had happened is when he was a child, a very young child, his parents realized that he had perfect pitch. And what would happen is when he would listen to things on the radio, he would begin playing the notes on the piano in the house. Without any training whatsoever. And at that point, they're like, okay, this kid has like some extreme talent, and they got him fucking like really serious instructors at that point. So
it's just an acknowledgement, or figuring out that a kid has that talent,
has some
and
sort
then
of a
nurturing
talent,
has some
it.
sort of
right?
talent, yeah.
Yeah, like there's some sort of
Well,
talent
yeah,
there
you
that
can't
is
become
clearly...
a prodigy if you aren't doing anything cool.
Yeah.
There's a like there was I know you're not gonna fuck with me about this. There was an 8-year-old who won Evo one year, in Marvel, which is a fighting game, which is very difficult to do at a professional. I don't know if I'm in a fighting games professional level. I mean, it may seem very esoteric to y'all, but it was an 8-year-old who did that, who beat grown ass men in a fighting game.
Man,
They've
that's
been playing
gotta
for
be
years.
I don't
fucking...
think that's emasculating as fuck.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
Like an 8-year-old record. I wish I
you
could.
could say he's a prodigy and playing that video game.
Is there a video what should I
I'll
look up for that? 8-year-old Evo?
Well, and it's I think
Marvel.
I think a lot of these kids have just faster brain synapse power than the rest of everyone else. They know how to use their fucking mind in a way that that other regular kids just don't. And if someone nurtures that ability, I think they can become very successful at certain things. Like, for instance, Magnus Carlsen. You ever heard of that guy?
No.
Nope.
So he's a chess player. And he was the youngest grandmaster ever at one point. He was like 12 years old. He was the youngest world champion, but he's autistic as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So like, at what point do the other chess players just get pissed off because he has an advantage? His mind thinks differently than theirs do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it just seems, I don't know, man.
You can get pissed off, but then you realize, like, yeah, but I still have a girlfriend and I can fucking go out in public and
Right. He is a pretty big.
I don't got problem. All the baggage that comes with having autism.
So who was considered a prodigy that I never even thought about, or fucking, like, it blew my mind kind of. Stevie Wonder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Because he's blind from birth.
Was he blind from birth? I guess.
Yeah.
He could write music, sing, and play the piano, organ, harmonica, and drums. At age 12, he began recording music and performing professionally under the name Little Stevie Wonder. So I read that one, and then I started thinking, is Justin Bieber a prodigy?
No.
Because he was out when he was like 12.
Well,
like these little
Justin
kids,
Bieber was making music, all the way.
But he wasn't writing it. He wasn't playing it. Well, he was playing drums. That's how he got found.
I was saying, like, well, I had heard too. Yeah, I had heard that he wrote his stuff, and or at least that was the whole pitch when he was getting big.
Right.
I mean, there is something to say about that when you can just do that yourself.
Mm-hmm.
But,
so this one I found interesting too. So in a list of child prodigies, or I don't know how to pronounce this, Judith Polgar, I guess, is an interesting case. So her father, Laszlo, he's an educational psychologist. He's convinced that exceptional mental abilities were less a result of inborn talent than of proper training. So that's what I was trying to say before. It was the nurture over the nature of the whole aspect.
Yeah.
And he claimed he could turn any child into a prodigy, and even wrote a manual called Raise a Genius. His ideas may have sounded grandiose and outlandish at the time, but maybe less so when all three of Laszlo's daughters, the test cases for his pedagogical vision, turned out to be chess prodigies. They were raised in an environment of constant chess practice. The Polgar sisters rocked the male-dominated world of competitive chess, forcing many to question the widespread assumption that male players were naturally superior. The eldest daughter, Susan, became the top-ranked female player in the world at age 15, and in January 1991, she was the first woman ever to earn a grandmaster rank calculated on the same basis as male players. But her sister, Judith, the one younger than her, she became the youngest female at 15. She was younger, like a few months or whatever. But then she became the youngest grandmaster. She broke the record set by Bobby Fischer in 1958.
Oh shit!
Yeah, she was 15 years old,
and she was a grandmaster.
And she was winning world championships. Or I don't think she was a world champion. The highest rank she achieved was 8. 8 in the world. Yeah.
Wow.
Which, not too bad. Not too shabby.
Right. I wonder what their lives were like outside of chess. Were they fucking like basket cases?
Right. Probably. Like what? Point.
Yeah.
You recognize that a kid has a talent, or even just a different mind than another kid.
Well,
and just push them too far.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to let kids fucking be kids,
right?
Man. You can't.
That's a lot of this shit with
and
like
it's
these
finding that balance,
schools too. Like the schools, like the fucking like the super genius preschool and shit like that.
Pre super genius preschool.
Second 2-year-old kindergarten or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. And
they learn to shit in their pants today.
Shit in their pants like a fucking genius. My boy shits in his pants like a fucking genius.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Teddy knows. He's got to understand this. Every parent at some point knows that their kid is dumb. But doesn't want to admit it.
You simple mother! What are you doing? Are you trying to kill yourself? You tard!
Exactly. And if any other parent or anybody else ever puts them down, you're always going to talk shit. You're always going to be like, my kid's super smart. But in the back of your mind, like, he just licked a burner, or like.
Exactly. Yeah, but at the same time, it's being young. Mine's 7, so I've got a few. He's getting better.
They definitely grow up and get better.
Yeah, unlike Mistic, I've got 2 things working for me. 1, my son is young and growing up. 2, he's fucking in Tennessee, so I gotta get this Tennesseanism out of him. I can't raise him. He
how are
can't
you
be
gonna get the Tennesseeism out of him? He's been here how long in Tennessee?
Teach him comments and move faster than a goddamn snail.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of Tennessee. That's how you get the Tennessee out of him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going someplace.
Give me one of those tennis no shots.
Tennis no shots. Oh no.
Oh no.
Don't want no Tennessee.
So here's some 31 famous child prodigies that nobody gives a shit about.
You heard it here first on the Reddit Report, ladies and gentlemen.
Heard it here first.
Come on. Cut right information. We stole right from another
website. Mathematicians. Like I get that. That's that has a definitive answer. Whether, there's somebody smarter than somebody. It's not just, I wrote a poem, Daddy.
Mathematicians. Smarter.
I'm a philologist. A philosopher. So you're a philosopher and you're a child prodigy? These, I hated these lists. I hate searching for every fucking thing that I search for because they're always like,
you spend about 20 minutes.
Hey,
you're like, oh, this is all shit.
Yeah, and it's like,
one thing is a philosopher. Like all kids ask questions about why and shit. And all kids ask interesting questions. How are you a philosopher as a prodigy as a kid? I mean,
I don't get it.
Well, that's also one of those things. It's probably in hindsight. If you were a kid coming up with philosophy,
like Pablo Picasso, do you think he was a prodigy?
Fuck if I know.
Because he's listed.
No. Really?
He held his first public art exhibit at age 11. 2 years later, in a gesture that recognized his son's genius, Picasso's father stopped painting good. I don't know what the fuck that even means.
I got my son's art right here. Right.
So I guess he went into the Provincial School of Fine Arts in Barcelona at age 15. So I'm assuming it's just an age thing. That's what defines a prodigy.
At a young age, you get a knack for something.
You can't be no.
There's so many parents that run themselves ragged.
Enrico Fermi.
Oh, Enrico Fermi. I had a cat named Fermi.
Oh, did you?
I don't know who that. I don't know.
I admire the old man.
He's a physicist.
Physicist in Chicago, University of Chicago. He was part of building the first
particle
fission reactor.
Wow. So I guess I guess that goes with just poet too, because here's one, Nathalia Crane. You ever heard of her? Oracle.
You're asking the wrong person about poets. I don't give a fuck.
All right. She became famous for crafting poems that were printed in New York newspapers by the time she was 10. Crane became famous for her dreamy story titles "Romance," which was later called "The Janitor's Boy." What? About a girl who dreams of running off to a desert island with the son of a janitor. Yeah, that's real prodigious.
Hot and sexy. I guess though, back then, there weren't any stories about running off with the janitor's son.
So Bobby Fischer was a big one. He defeated Boris Spassky in Reykjavik, Iceland, for the World Championship.
How old was Boris at the time?
He was old, in his 30s or 40s, I want to say. So by the age of 12, Bobby Fischer was competing against America's best chess players. 2 years later, he won the U.S. Open Championship and became a grandmaster at age 15. And then fucking went crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Stabbed a hooker.
Did he?
Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't we see like some crazy ass YouTube thing or something?
Yeah, like everyone.
He's like a conspiracy guy now. Like he disappeared.
Yeah.
That's fucking fantastic.
So here's one. Steve Winwood, for all you musicians out there, he was considered a fucking prodigy.
Why?
British musical wonderkind who plays guitar, piano, and mandolin. Started on the road to pop music stardom at the age of 15 in 1963 with the rhythm and blues rock band the Spencer Davis Group.
Oh.
And 4 years later, he formed the group Traffic. So he was 19 when he formed Traffic. Stevie Wonder, we already went over him. Judith Polgar. I'm going to take a stab at this one right here. Praveen Kumar Gorakavi.
Good job, buddy.
From India, chemical engineer. When he was 13, he developed a formula to calculate calendars beginning in 20,000 BC to 20,000 AD.
What the?
He also created an artificial leg that bends at the knee. Additionally, Gorakavi has developed water purification technology and made advancements in biofuel synthesis and solar energy.
Wow.
Awesome.
Well, think of how many people he obviously though at that age to come up with that, he had to have some sort. He must have been of a higher caste to get the enough initial education.
Aliens, bro. Fucking aliens. That's all I gotta say. Just aliens. We all watch Asian Aliens.
Just stop saying aliens.
I don't watch Asian Aliens. They're dead to me.
You're fucking missing out.
Oh, it just sounds so dumb.
It's on Hulu.
I never knew this was a thing. Listen to this. Priyansha Samani. So she was born in 1998. Her talent is mental calculator. She is turning 22 years old this year. She is one of the world's best mental calculators. So people who possess an amazing talent to calculate large numbers by addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division without assistance from a device. She began mental calculation at 6 years old, and 5 years later, she was the youngest participant in the Mental Calculation World Cup that exists.
Wow.
She won it. Oh, my God.
I take it you just sit there and they throw a problem at you, and you just like, crunch, spit it out.
When she was 5 years, so she was 11, she became the first person in the competition to be completely accurate in addition, multiplication, and square roots. She would figure out square roots of numbers in her head.
I can't even remember how square roots work.
I know.
Right?
If I could figure one out in my head.
What's a square root?
Fuck, I can't remember.
I'm kidding. I know what it is.
Oh, well, good.
Anyway,
tell us.
Yeah. So, anyway, you guys ever, you know a prodigy? You guys ever?
Like, I don't know a prodigy.
Are there any sex prodigies out there, Ashtray? Ron Jeremy?
Sex prodigy? Isn't this supposed to be children?
Like they're out just banging
be a
chicks
sex
at
prodigy
12
because
years
that's
old.
called statutory rape.
Not if he's banging a 13-year-old.
Sex prodigies. Like, are you asking me if I know them personally?
Dude, I'm fucking kidding. I don't.
Jesus Christ! If you gave him 5 more seconds, he was gonna.
I was entertaining him. Jesus, yeah.
You just let him go.
Give you a good story, but never mind. You don't know.
God damn it!
Well, tell the story. Tell the story now. What's the story?
Do not incriminate yourself. Nope, don't incriminate yourself for the show. I don't want to be part of that.
5 minutes. I want to know now. What's up?
Her name was Lola.
Oh god damn
I'm
it!
kidding. Move on.
Prodigy? Meet Stephen Hawking or anything like that?
I have known no prodigies.
I don't
no.
know any smart people either.
Yeah, right. So our topic was worthless.
It was, yeah. Usually is.
It was still better than plumbing, motherfucker.
Oh man, the plumbing episode was balls.
Or
That's right.
transitioning.
Oh yeah.
I've made a terrible mistake. I want to go back.
Anyway, all right. We're moving on to the What's Sexy section of the show. This is where we tell you what's cool. Oracle, F1 2020.
F1 2020. So I'm finally digging into it. I've got the wheel set up. And been working on this for the past week and a half. So F1 has been pretty consistent for the past several years from Codemasters. It's definitely their flagship series that they've been making, and it's been solid for all those years. But this year they've added a substantial My Team mode where you create your own team and you are responsible for all things like scheduling between races. So it's like, okay, I want the second driver to use the simulator for 2 days, and then we're going to do this to get some money in from advertisers. You're booking advertisers and those contracts with your drivers. And of course, you're racing. But after you get into it, you're the owner and the first driver.
And the driver.
Yeah, and you get into it.
Well, of course, it'd be pretty fucking boring if your video game was just being the owner sitting there.
Right, but it's cool as fuck because you start out, you're on the bottom of the totem pole and you're scrapping your way up through the ranks. I'm almost done with my first season, so I'm almost done with the first 22 races. And then this next season, we're going to have some more money. We're going to have more sponsorship. So I'm fourth in the constructor, which is not bad because I'm using,
that's pretty good.
My car is not nearly as good as fucking Mercedes or Ferrari or basically anybody.
You got a Chevy Nova?
It's a money game right there.
1976 Chevy Nova out there.
What constructor are you? Who are you? Haas?
No, I'm my team. So I'm Team Red Eye Report.
Oh, your own.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what's the name of your team?
Red Eye Report.
Well, what are you using though? What kind of engines?
I'm using a Honda engine because that's what I could afford. But yeah, I mean,
my job is huffing fumes.
It's fucking great. It works so well with the wheel. It definitely, I mean,
Ashtray, stop dicking around and filling tires.
right out of the they've got presets for the wheels. I mean, it feels fantastic. And this one I'm looking forward to getting into the next season and building that team up.
Tell the audience about your struggles with the wheel until you're like, well, fine, I tried a preset and then, oh my God, it's 1,000 times better.
Well, the problem was, so the thing is with F1, it works so much better with the wheel because in F1, you never want to lose grip. If you lose grip, you're in trouble with an F1 car because you're going like 200 fucking miles an hour. But, and the thing is, when you're playing other games like fucking Forza Horizon 4, for instance, those games don't work that well with the wheel without like turning the settings down because every time you lose grip, your fucking wheel is like going insane in not a realistic way. Yeah, the feedback, I mean, that thing's yanking on you as you're trying to control it. So with F1, it's just such a smoother experience and everything, but I didn't realize that they had a preset for my wheel. So I was using a preset for a different wheel. So the feedback and everything was wrong for what I was doing. So I'm like fucking doing I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like fucking all this oversteer shit. And it was really frustrating. And then I was like, wait a second. Oh, this is my wheel. And it's phenomenal. It just works perfectly out of the box. So yeah, I was fucking retarded.
Have y'all heard the urban legend of the wheel that came out back in the day that was so good it was breaking people's wrists? By that one?
I mean, I could see that potentially.
Yeah, it was an urban legend a while back.
I've heard of
some
real race cars breaking people's wrists, but
yeah, but there was a
I don't know about
I can't remember who made it, but it was, like I said, it was an urban legend. It was so good that it was like breaking people's wrists with the feedback.
You almost have to have hydraulic fucking feedback.
That's the thing, though, is that no car actually drives like that, like handles like that, is jerking your arms around like that. Cars have fucking power steering. They have
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. Urban legend, bro.
Yeah,
I said urban legend. I didn't say y'all heard. Hey, my boy, you know what I'm saying? Urban legend, bro. Jesus Christ, move it along.
Calm it down.
Calm down now.
Fuck, who's next, man?
Your mom.
Mistic.
Ashtray, who's next?
better be
Anyway,
ready.
I'm up next. Queen's Gambit.
Hosting?
This is a show that I was apprehensive to watch because I don't like watching chess shows.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck's that about? You know what I mean? Like it's but this one is actually really good, and it doesn't really. I mean, yeah, it's. So anyway, it's based on a book that was written in the '80s, and the guy said that he based the character a lot on Bobby Fischer. It's a young girl. She was an orphan at 9 years old, and she was taught how to play chess. They figured out she was a prodigy, obviously. But it goes through her story of like becoming the world chess champion. But her struggles with fucking at the orphanage, they would give them I forgot what they were called. Like it was fucking some Librium. You ever heard of Librium? It's like it was the world's first benzodiazepine. So like it was an anti-anxiety, like fucking hardcore fucking emotion killer kind of. And she got hooked on those, which later led to like alcohol abuse and fucking drug abuse and shit. But she kind of used it to drown. Like there was like some sort of savant autism going on. But the chick who plays it really well.
She's fucking pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she is. And it's just a cool story. It's
Is it a series or a movie?
Yeah, it's a series. It's only 7 episodes. I think that's all it's gonna be. But yeah, it's I don't know, just cool. Check it out.
I've seen it. It's
Oh,
it's
have
good.
you?
Yeah, it's really good.
The chess in it is really cool too. Like they don't over stylize it like a lot of them do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where it's like, oh, this guy goes into like meditation and there's like fucking, geometric equations on the screen. Like he's a
All
fucking,
right, where it's like,
yeah.
No,
they do in one little part, but that's it. Usually it's more natural, like them playing. But yeah, it's more about her emotional journey, I think.
I bought a chess game on Xbox after watching this, and I played it for about 15 minutes. And then I was done.
And then you're done. You're like, yep, that's chess.
Yep, that's chess.
Yeah, right? Rules haven't changed.
Nope. All right, Teddy,
No,
Cyberpunk 2077, the game that never was.
The game that never was. So the game is finally out. First Pro. I finally got the penis of a black man. I'm walking tall. The game is actually pretty good. It's done by CD Projekt Red. They did The Witcher 3. And some other games. I haven't played The Witcher 3 yet. But the game, it's an RPG. And I've got it because I wanted it to be more like I was envisioning more of a Skyrim type of deal, which it is.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really good. I mean, the driving fucking sucks.
Oh man,
Really?
Yeah, the driving does suck.
driving up, man. God damn
The driving does suck. For one thing, there's no handbrake. It's just real weird. Keanu Reeves is in the game as a character, and so
Of course he is.
of course he is. He plays Johnny Silverhand. And so his bikes are in the game. So because he owns a company, his bikes. Me and my girl looked at his bikes before the show. These things are like $90,000. His fucking bikes. But you can ride him in the game. And I like run through trucks on this bike.
So
I'll
it's
just
like
go
a
down the street and like
promotional.
knock shit out the way. It looks real fucking pretty. It is if you're in the RPGs with really in-depth skill trees, this was for you. I mean, like I've got skill points backed up because I'm trying to figure out where I want to put them and things like that. It's but it's a really cool,
skills up.
really great game.
Skills.
So how is this? Because you've played the Deus Ex games.
Yes.
How is this?
It's kind of similar. It's kind of weird how it loops all these kind of into it. It's the same thing. It is very, if you've played Deus Ex, you kind of write it home, especially with the scanner and things like that, and the quick hacking. The hacking games are a lot different. In this one, it's you can hack somebody during a firefight, and then somebody can be hacking you during a firefight, and it's pretty cool. The mods you can get, the mod everybody's looking for the scythe arms or the gorilla arms or the fucking break open door and shit. I'm looking for some shit they hadn't put out to show you. Yeah, I got my eyes mod. I got some other shit. It's pretty cool.
You got your eyes?
Yeah, I've got a new eye. They have what's called smart guns.
So does that give you better vision or like?
Well, it kind of does, but they also have what's called smart guns in this game, to where if you have the right kind of eye mods, you can aim it, look at somebody's head, and like point the gun over here and pull the trigger, and the bullet hit the motherfucker.
So you can upgrade your body and stuff. Everybody's kind of like half cyborgs.
There's a lot of cyborg people around. Yeah. It's cool fucking.
Well, it's pretty
probably
fucking
a lot
sexy.
of cyberpunks around. And stuff.
Are you running that on 4K?
Yes, I am. On the Xbox, it's crashed a couple times. Usually when I'm moving too fast through the menus and shit. But yeah, it's yeah, check it out.
Cool.
So this is on the newest Xbox. What's the newest Xbox called now? The Xbox One X, X1,
the Series X, and the Series X PS5. If you get it on the PS5 or the Xbox, it will work on the new console. So.
Oh, it better work on the new console. That's why you bought the new one.
I didn't buy the new one yet.
Teddy didn't buy the new one. God damn it, Ashtray.
Oh. I thought you already had it, Teddy.
Piece of shit.
No, I'm
let me down. I know. Sorry.
I'll let you down. I'm not finna buy what you know it is to come steal it. I know how you work.
Fucking piece of shit. All right, Ashtray. My Light is now on a porn site.
Yeah. Onlyfans.com.
Is there a link?
Which
wait, don't people have to pay to look? But now you're making people pay to look at your lighters?
No. You don't have to pay. The thing is, it's
first one's always free, baby.
Right? OnlyFans is a site that a lot of women are using now to basically it's like being a cam girl. No, you don't prostitute yourself. You just share photos. A lot of girls will share. They'll share all kinds of photos, but they'll never put their face in it. But you can
quite literally, Ashtray, are prostituting themselves by definition.
Sure. Okay, you're being a prude.
Thank you, Mistic. I appreciate that.
No, I'm just saying by you.
Sure, they're
prostituting themselves. No. That's quite literally. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Whatever. I had a body. I'd be doing that shit too.
That's what the site is for. I mean, yeah, you want to see. I mean, yeah.
Anyways,
I don't understand why you do that when you have a smartphone.
I'm prostituting myself too. Then I'm prostituting old prostitution material.
You absolutely are. It's an American way, though, man.
But what I'm going to do is have my profile be completely free because you don't have to charge. Normally, you can charge like a monthly subscription. Some girls charge like $5-10, and if you're like a weirdo who really fixates on one person, you can just keep.
Yeah, there are a lot
of
weirdos because
there are a lot of weirdos.
Like
Trust me, I'm one of them.
How many girls are you subscribed to?
How many girls have I subscribed to?
Yeah.
Well, I've subscribed to.
Do we need
maybe
the
4 or 5 now?
Oh, okay.
Have you ever thought?
They're not repeating subscription. I go into the settings and shut off the auto subscribe because they always have.
Have you ever thought of creating like a custom lighters for them?
Oh yeah, like content, like show your OnlyFans.
You could take like their little snapshots and put them on there.
No, you're right though, because a I actually
one of a kind ones.
Speaking of which, I had a
hey, we want 5% for that business
mine's a friend of mine's girlfriend reached out to me, and she had she paid me to make I made 20 lighters of her, just all decked out with their big old fake titties and shit, and it's gonna be a like Christmas present for him. So yeah, I could totally see the OnlyFans girls being like,
out emails, bro. Like,
all they gotta do is send me your pics.
Yeah, send me what pics you want a lighter.
You gotta buy them in bulk though. I ain't doing onesies and twosies, baby.
Right.
I'm moving weight.
I'm moving weight. My God. All right. Well, if you love porn like Ashtray, go to onlyfans.com. Check out my lights.
Dude, I've never been to that website.
Yeah,
there are news articles about it.
Yeah, I've never read the news articles.
Blown up.
You can watch porn for free on your phone, and then you can
Chromecast your local floozy.
Do they put a location on there?
You can.
It's not smart,
right?
Yeah, I know.
Right. All right, now we're moving on to the fuck. What smart. You think? This is Oracle Imposter Syndrome.
Imposter Syndrome. So I run expressive writing workshops periodically and with different classes and organizations, and I was just running one tonight with a veterans group, and it went really well. And there's just this part in my mind, it's like, this is something that you enjoy doing, that you're really good at. There's no way that you should be able to be doing this good at this, and it's just kind of this thing in the back of my mind. It's like, are you really doing this that well? Are they really getting, enough out of this? And I'm somebody that has, I've been doing this for years. I've been reading all these books and doing all these fucking research projects and shit and everything. And it's like, dude, just, you can do this. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's not, it's all right to fucking like doing something and be good at it.
And like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, just kind of having those thoughts. It's like, this is fucking absurd, but I don't know if I've ever experienced that before necessarily. And
I usually have to tell myself to shut up, because I just start, if I succeed at something, I start going, man, I'm going to fuck this up.
Right. Yeah.
Like, this is going too good.
Right.
I will hit a wall of something.
Yeah.
Soon.
Right. It's like, this is too good. Something's going to go wrong here. Like, I feel like I've found like some kind of like glitch in the Matrix, and I'm like, the fucking rat living happy in the back storeroom, eating all the fucking Cheetos and rice.
Well, though, it's we're getting in that time where you, on average, reach your economic potentials in your 40s and 50s. And it's like we're getting close to there, where it's like we're all finding our grooves in what we do, and all you can do, you keep working at it,
right,
and you'll get more reward. And so that's why I say, attaboy.
Attaboy.
Thanks, Ashtray.
That's all he's in it for, man. It's attaboys from Ashtray.
Attaboys from Ashtray. That's
Take
right.
that to the bank.
Put that on your OnlyFans.
And then get kicked out because you're fucking...
Yeah, this is an attaboy from Ashtray.
Sir, for the last time. Sir, for the last time when you come in here, you have to have on pants.
He said it was good.
All right. Up next is me with Teddy's phone. Fuck Teddy's phone. That's it. No, I'm kidding. I don't really care about Teddy's phone. I'm gonna say fuck Milwaukee, or more importantly, the people that run this city. they're too big of pussies in this city.
What have they done now? Or not?
It's
done?
just they're not. They yeah. It's what they don't do. You know, like there's so many. Okay, so they fucking fired the fire and police commission chief, right? Like months ago, and they've been interviewing all these people, and they can't make a decision because the board is like split down the middle. You know what I'm saying? And like they're fucking like, oh well, we want to make sure that all the minorities get. You know, it's this whole PC like shit.
Yes.
Right.
Dude, we need a fucking chief of police.
Right.
You know,
the same
especially
thing's happening here in Madison. I swear to God, there was just a news story this morning about that where it's like, there's people have come to there's not been enough civilian, involvement in this decision. And blah, blah. It's like, okay, they have this period where the civilians need to come in and they can air their grievances or whatnot, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, you can't just ask anyone who basically wants to take the time and give a damn to come bring their 2 cents, which don't really mean shit because they've never been a cop.
Right.
And they might even have adversarial views towards cops.
Right.
The fuck is your input going to do?
Well, and they're interviewing dudes who are like former fucking, police
chiefs.
Not chiefs, but they were former like police, majors and shit. And like one dude was an FBI agent and shit. Like, like they're not fucking scrubs. It ain't like they're interviewing some sheriff from northern Wisconsin who fucking chews tobacco and shit on you know in press conferences. Oh, we're going there and kill them motherfuckers.
Sheriff Burke.
Like it ain't David Clark. You know what I mean? Like what the fuck? What happened there? Who elected that guy?
Who's David Clark?
You know David. You don't remember David Clark?
Oh, the guy with the
black
cowboy hat.
Sheriff?
Oh, was that the crazy
sheriff?
Black dude?
Yeah, the crazy black dude with the cowboy hat.
He was sheriff for a while.
He's still fucking that day after that mall shooting that happened a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
There was a fucking MAGA rally, like Stop the Steal rally, like right on the corner where the Mayfair light's like the biggest corner in Milwaukee. It's like 4 lanes each way, and like they just like block the intersections and shit. Like all these big rednecks and shit. Yeah, they're out there fucking protesting. It was David Clark fucking leading it.
This is my devil's advocate. Let them. You know what? The Black Lives Matter shut down intersections. Sure.
I'm not saying that they can't do it.
But let them have their stupid, dumb little tissy fit.
Black Lives Matter in all those protests never shut down Mayfair intersection or, North Ave and Mayfair.
Well, then they got some balls.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't
like
shut
that's
down that. No,
well,
you're right.
It's just ridiculous. You're stopping fucking 8 lanes of traffic, man.
Right.
Like, how are people supposed to get to work and shit, dude?
Oh, dude, I'd be so fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You do that in the evening, so it's like, oh, it might take you longer to get home.
The thing is the cops just fucking let them.
Mm-hmm.
Like
because they have to. Otherwise, it'd be a double standard.
Did you guys hear about that one dude in Michigan? Or was it Michigan? No, New Jersey. He was in Jersey. Long Island. No, it wasn't Jersey. It was Long Island. I don't know. Anyway, what are those fucking Guido areas over there? He fucking... He hit a fucking sheriff with his car. He was trying to get away because this dude, he was running a bar and they shut down all the bars and shit in Long Island. Mm-hmm. And he was like, fuck you, I'm staying open. And so they came in to shut him down and he ran. He ran away from him, got in the car and hit one of the cops and then got off on fucking his own recognizance. They didn't even fucking charge him bail.
Oh, wow. Wait, was this the one where there was a big protest along with it?
Yeah, because people are like, dude.
And they were flooding the streets.
It's a white
right?
guy. Yeah, it's a white guy. I support the troops kind of white guy, fucking. There's total double standard.
Well, all these people were outside in support for him. At least that was
well, they were both. They were fucking. Yeah, there was some that were. So he raised was it $70,000 on a GoFundMe from people for legal defense and shit. Fucking. Oh, this guy's a patriot. He told the fucking liberal cucks to go fuck himself.
Like that Kyle Rittenhouse killed.
Yeah. Fuck
Was
this
it 2
country,
people?
man. Fuck you,
Out
America.
on
Anyway,
bail?
I'm done bitching. Ashtray.
Fucker.
Exposure feared after New Hampshire speaker dies of COVID-19. What?
Yes. Here's another story of fucking stupid. Yeah, New Hampshire, the speaker, of the New Hampshire's House of
speaker?
Representatives.
Oh, the speaker of the House. Okay.
Speaker of the House dies of COVID-19. This is literally just days after. Yeah, 8 days. He was sworn in on December 2nd as the leader. So he's been a politician there for a while in New Hampshire, but yeah, he was. And the thing is, so there's this picture here in the.
Is he Republican or Democrat?
He's Republican, of course. Look at his
I don't know why
schnoz
he
sticking
passed.
out. This is, yeah, basically this was, just 8 days ago when he was alive and like, yep, well, now I'm leading. The thing is, they had they had an indoors Republican meeting that I guess there were pictures got out where they weren't wearing masks, a lot of them, and so they got criticized for it. So for this like actual inauguration or swearing in ceremony, they did it outside on December 2nd, and then now it's December 10th, and he's dead.
Yeah.
DED, dead.
EED.
Okay. So yeah, fuck you. It's like it may just have to be.
They don't
another couple
understand
months.
Causality, man.
These old
They don't
bastards.
get it.
Especially when it gets to these winter times, it's like, yeah,
in
these
the intro,
old Republicans are gonna die, and then maybe they'll be like, oh, maybe we should have took it a little more serious.
In the intro, when I was talking about people wearing American flags, it was because I saw this video. It was like a Daily Show type of interview. This guy was interviewing these two chicks that were just dressed head to toe in American flags. And one was like, "Oh, things resonate at a certain vibration in the world, man.
Oh.
And I resonate at a different vibration than the virus, so it can't get me. I never wear a fucking mask and shit."
And she's
I'm
wearing
like, "Oh
all
my god,
flags.
yeah,
Oh, wow." It's weird. Those people in the kind of hippie new age, health groups are kind of starting to merge
into what a super fucking.
Well, they're the same people who also believe in QAnon and stuff. Yeah.
We are now super dudes.
They think they know better because they did the research.
The research.
Yeah, they did the research.
Yeah, these are also people who never went to college, so they don't know what real
7 YouTube
is.
videos.
Yeah, exactly. I watched some YouTube shit.
I even
talked to my friend Jim, who fucking hasn't been outside in 8 years. But he knows what's going on. All right, Teddy, having to leave puppies behind.
Okay, so I got
cruel bastard.
I got a puppy.
Puppy time.
Got a little puppy. So her name is Samus. We got her from the.
Hold her up a little higher. Show her like Simba.
Behold.
So we got her from the Love at First Sight Adoption Center. She came from a litter of 4, and anytime I go get a dog from a pound, one, I don't like saying rescued because I didn't rescue the dog. I didn't run into a burning building and risk my life. So I think that's a stupid fucking saying. I went and bought a dog.
Well, hold on.
So it's from a rescue, but it was a puppy?
Is it a kill shelter though?
I say what? No, it's not a kill shelter. It's not a kill shelter. No.
Then yeah, you didn't rescue it.
Well, I know, but people, I don't like the term rescue a dog, period.
Yeah, you there.
But if it was a kill shelter, then you would have rescued it. I get you.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Anyway.
Well, I mean, you're rescuing it from death, right?
You just adopted it from some other bastard who would have taken it because he's so cute.
You're lucky, though. Yeah. Usually shelters don't have puppies like that.
Yeah,
if they do, they get fucking...
They get fucking taken real quick, especially these times. We've been looking for a while. My girl actually found this place, and it's real weird. This place is actually different. They take applications. When they get a litter in, they take applications, and a lot of times you go to the website and it's closed off because they're not accepting applications, and they look through those people and everything else, and but it's so hard when you have to fucking like when we're taking a picture and shit, and they took her out of the pen, and we're taking a picture, we're doing the paperwork. Like her sisters know what's up. They're like, okay, she's leaving and shit, and they're following us around the pen, like in the. And
when
then as
did
we're
you
leaving,
first meet this puppy?
Today.
Oh my God! See, there's like I think in Wisconsin there's a lot of these like, oh, you gotta like you can meet them as they're growing up, you know, or like maybe that's just when you're doing the actual.
Oh, she's over here now.
Like I'm getting a puppy of a certain breed. But yeah, the owners like have you come and like start to get to know the puppy, but you can't take the puppy home till they're like 7 weeks or something like that.
Well, this place was they have a weird way. It's a day dog home was to get the dog is $50, but it's a year-long process. There's a vet across the street from the place. And we have to take him to the vet once a month, at least once a month. It's $55 a month, regardless. And
for a whole year, you have to.
For the whole year, but and that includes the spay neutering. That includes the microchip. That includes
it's like a subscription year of your puppy.
Yeah, but it's a way
kind of a clever
business
model.
That's good.
Yeah, but it's kind of a good way for the place to know that you're taking care of the dog.
Right, you're gonna take care of it.
And also it's for a vet for like $55-$60 a month for a vet. That's not bad at all.
Yeah. Or alternatively, you could just not take your pet to the vet, like me.
So it's $55 a month.
Yeah. For a year.
So it's basically kind of like a year.
It has like all its shots and like
it gets
at
all
the end of the year.
Yeah, all its at the end of the year. It's up to me.
So you paid $660 for all of that.
For a full year to be checked.
When my daughter got a dog from the pound, it had all its shots and it was like $200.
Yes, but this includes going.
I think
she's not spayed or neutered yet. She's not spayed or neutered yet. We gotta get that done. But fuck you, it was a good deal. Fuck you. I got a new dog. You're just a fucking hater.
You're getting hustled, dude.
So long as you feel good inside.
I mean, really, how much is it? How much?
Okay, it would pay off. I'll have to say it will pay off if there's health problems with the dog.
I wouldn't pay $1 for an animal that I had to take care of. That's how much I don't like.
Hey, how much do you pay for your kids?
Damn.
I think I paid like $20 for my cat.
Jesus. Look.
I have to say, I do have, as a farm kid, you know, like, I didn't take my cats to the vet every year.
No,
it's like only if there's something serious, like emergency.
I never took any animal to the vet. You got a 22.
Yeah, took
it out behind the fucking house.
Last time I took my cat to the vet was when she got spayed, and I was going to community college at that time, and I'm wearing basketball shorts or some shit in class. This is in Southern California, and I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, fucking smells like cat piss. And I realize that the cat that I just had spayed crawled into the dryer and pissed all over my clothes in the dryer. So I'm wearing piss fucking shorts.
Dude. Yeah.
And that's why you don't own cats, because they're assholes.
They are total assholes. I remember being at work one time and I was like, what is that? Why does it smell like cat piss? And my whole shirt just reeked of cat. This cat had fucking pissed all over my shit because she was mad. She's done it numerous times. Fucking hate these animals, dude. Vindictive cunts.
Yeah.
Got the puppy right here.
I miss them, but it's also why I have not gotten any new pets. It's like
dogs are way cooler. I do like dogs.
Dogs are way fucking cooler.
But they require more work.
They do require a lot more work.
When I move out somewhere with a yard, we'll get a dog.
Yeah.
Wait, see, I've got a backyard. I've got a front yard. We got a place he can run around, where she can run around and everything else. But also getting up. I wanted to start getting up earlier and start working out and stuff and walking anyway. So now I have a reason to do so.
Word. All right.
Puppies, man.
Fucking puppies.
In all seriousness,
the puppies behind.
Go fuck yourself, Kentucky. The entire state. That's our show. We're going to be here every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Central. Make sure you join the conversation at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/theredeyereport. You can also twiddle us. But again,
Nobody cares.
Like the shares of fuck us. We're down for whatever. I'm Mystic.
I'm Oracle.
This is Ashtray.
Oh.
I don't understand why do you have to talk over each other? Just share, white people.
Yeah.
Goddamn.
Share, white people. No.
I mean, really? Everybody gets to say their goddamn
You can't stay on
share,
top
white
if you're
people.
sharing.
I mean, does it matter who gets to go first or last? God damn.
How do
Yes,
you,
it does.
How do you
That'd be a
maintain the
great-
systemic white supremacy if you're
That'd
not
be a
always
great Black Lives Matter motto.
Share, white
Just
people.
share, white people.
Just share, white people.
Yeah, it would be.
It's not that fucking hard. God, and I'm Teddy.
It is. This is the Red Eye
Some
Report.
goddamn sense, apparently.
That'd be a good one of those children's books that Samuel L. Jackson reads.
Right?
Just
Share,
Just
white
share,
people.
motherfucker.
Share, white people.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Teddy out.